Welcome to episode 2 of Hedgehog Secrets. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the Hedgehog Index. Now you may be wondering what this Hedgehog Index is. So let me not keep you in suspense. Let's get into it immediately. Now the background of this index is something called the Hedgehog Secrets, and I introduced you to that in the previous episode. There are three components to the Hedgehog Secrets, and that is passion, expertise, and money. And the expertise of these three will be something which I call the personal hedgehog. So the whole idea behind managing your career and growing your career and making sure that you do the work you love and earn what you deserve is based around this hedgehog concept, this personal hedgehog concept that I've introduced to you in the previous episode. So if you missed out on the previous episode, go and watch it now or listen to it on the podcast. Get it from our membership site. It is free and it will introduce you to the framework by which you can actually do work you love and earn what you deserve. So let me get right into the Hedgehog Index. It's an index I developed because, I wanted to have something that was an easy way to measure success. I wanted to easily help people evaluate where they are or get them to evaluate themselves where they are so that you can easily evaluate where you are, and you can also set goals for where you want to be so that you can reach the objective which I'm trying to drive everybody to do, and that is to do work that they love and earn what they deserve. So if you implement this index, it'll give you a framework for you to do the work you love and earn what you deserve. Now, let's go a bit deeper into why we need an index. Because there's an old management saying, what can't be measured can't be managed. And then the converse of that almost is what you measure, you manage. So whatever measurements you put in place and you manage that, you'll find that it gives you a yardstick for success. And while organizations do that all the time, they have many metrics, or they're called KPIs, key performance indicators, to measure themselves. In our personal capacity, we don't measure ourselves. So I would like to change that. And I would like you to put a personal measurement metric in place so that you can measure your success and you can actually drive yourself towards high performance so that you can be the best that you can be. And if you do this, you may be able to design your dream job so that you can earn what you deserve and do what you love. You'll also be able to evaluate where you are right now so that you can set goals for where you want to be. And if you don't do this, you may just miss out. You may miss out on your full potential and be stuck where you are right now. You may be in a job that you hate or not earning what you deserve, and that will remain exactly the same if you don't do this. So that is the reasons why we need an index. Now that you know why we need an index, let's discuss what the index will do for you. Firstly, it will help you evaluate where you are. But then it will also give you a standard by which to measure yourself. Because if you don't have a standard to measure yourself against, how will you know whether you are being successful or not being successful? And out of all of this, there could become, a personal development plan could come out of this, where you actually plan your future, plan your success, plan your dream job, figure out how you're going to do work that you love and earn what you deserve. And also, it'll help you put together a personal marketing plan where you think about how you package your expertise so that you can earn what you deserve. And if you are afraid that you're going to be stuck in the same job for the rest of your life, this can give you the courage to be the best you can be. Take that step, evaluate where you are now and set those goals so that you can do the work that you love and earn what you deserve. Now that we know why we need an index and what the index will do for you, let's look at the rating framework. First of all, this is not complex. So don't worry about it. It's quite simple. You should be able to do it in a few minutes. But I wanted to say a few things about the rating framework before we actually go into the actual index itself. The first thing is that it's a personal index. You rate yourself. And because you rate yourself, it's obviously going to be subjective. And that's okay. So nobody else has to see it. Just spend a few minutes and evaluate where you are. Get your own Hedgehog index. And the framework is based around 3 statements, and those 3 statements match the 3 wheels of the personal hedgehog. It matches your passion, expertise, and money. So that's what the 3 statements are about. I'm going to introduce you to those 3 statements very soon. But what I want you to do is rate each of the statements on a scale from 1 to 10. So there's going to be 3 ratings you're going to get from 1 to 10. You're going to rate your passion, you're going to rate your expertise, and you're going to rate your money engine. Now let me introduce you to the statements. I'm deeply passionate about the work I do. Okay, so how passionate are you about the work that you're currently doing? I'm happy with my level of expertise, and I earn what I deserve. Those are the 3 statements against which you're going to match yourself. So I want you to write those 3 statements down. Then what you're going to do is those 3 statements match the 3 wheels of the personal hedgehog. The first one matches obviously passion, the second one expertise, and the third one your money engine. So now those are the 3 statements that you are going to write down and which you're going to evaluate yourself against. Now it comes to setting up your rating. You're going to get a PEM score: passion, expertise, money score. A perfect score would obviously be 10, 10, 10. But that's highly unlikely, because if you do score 10, 10, 10, then you don't need me. You probably don't need anybody else. It's perfect. But the chances are that your current rating will not be 10, 10, 10. So people often ask me, Faisal, but where's your rating? How do you rate yourself? So I said, okay. I thought to myself, in this episode, I'm actually going to talk about my current rating, and I'll talk about my goals, and you can see how it actually could work for you. Now, my current rating is an 8.65. So passion is very high. I rated myself 8 on passion. My expertise is a 6, and my money engine is a 5. Now, you may be asking, why is that? Well, you see, this is based on my current initiative, my online initiative. I've been working for many years for a corporate, first as a technician doing the work, then as a manager, and I rose to a senior manager. But about 5 years ago, I decided to go on the entrepreneurial route and develop an online academy. And it's through my online academy that you're actually listening to me now or watching the video. And I'm rating myself, my expertise online, I'm rating myself as a 6, because I don't think I know all the components needed yet for running a successful online business. I'm well on my way there, but I've still got a long way to go. And 5, on my money engine, because I'm only putting my money engine in place quite slowly, but I don't want, what I'm doing is not for the mass market, but I need enough people to actually keep me going. So what I'm doing currently is I'm working lots with one-on-one and with smaller groups and with my courses, so that I can learn and learn and learn. And in this way, I will be able to develop the expertise needed to run a successful online business. So my goal within the next year is my passion is going to probably be the same. It's around an 8. I'm going to improve my expertise around various aspects of running an online academy and doing business online. And I'm going to increase my money engine so that I can actually start earning what I deserve by putting in proper marketing plans and looking at how I'm selling things and building up my community and growing my base of people that I speak to on a regular basis, and by doing a weekly recording. It's going to be on video, on audio, and it's going to be in the membership site, and I'm going to actually put transcripts, and I'm going to do all that for free so that people can get to know me, like me, and trust me. So this is how I see myself. My PEM score current one is 865 and my goal is 887. That's exactly how you can actually evaluate your Hedgehog index. So are you thinking about your index? What are you? Remember those 3 statements? So once you've got your 3 statements and you've got your score, and I want to tell you about how to use it. If your ratings are low, so I want to deal with them one by one. If your passion is low, then what I want you to do is obviously document your passion, the passions that you have. Which passions that you have? This is if your passion is low in your current job. So, do you have any passions? Perhaps make a mind map of your passions, make a list of your passions, or simply just write them down. So now, once you've got all your passions in life, research what passions can you monetize, and what will the market pay for it. So thinking about those 2 things, because once you have an idea of the passions you have and what the market will pay for it, you can start working on your expertise to actually take those passions and convert them to a money model, whether it's be getting a new job, or whether it's to actually start a business, or whether it's to consult or to freelance, etc. But that is if one of your passions or a combination of your passions can be monetized. But now you think, okay, what if I can't monetize my passions? I'm in a job at the moment and I'm doing okay, but I've got no passion for it and my passions can't be monetized. Well, it's a pity you are in that situation, but there is an option. And this I heard from a guy called Seth Godin, who's a well-known marketer. He says, learn to love what you do instead of doing what you love. So whatever job you're doing at the moment, take the aspects that you like of it and learn to love that and start pouring your energies into that, growing your expertise into that, and you find that you actually start learning to love what you do. So that is the option if your passion is low. Now, if your expertise is low, you can ask, how can I improve my expertise? And there are lots of options today. In the digital world, it is fantastic. You could go old school and read books, whether it be the physical books or its digital counterpart. You could do courses, whether it be online or physical. Obviously serving the net and websites on the topic and collecting that information and collating it and reading it. You could go to seminars. You can hire a coach or a mentor, and you can even get into a mastermind group. Now, I'm happy to say that I do almost all of these on a regular basis. During the course of the year, I would have done one or more of these to grow my expertise. So I'm on a constant path of learning and growth. So I always feel energized and growing my expertise, so that I'm almost confident that I'll be earning what I deserve, because it's a natural byproduct of being good at what you do. So that's if expertise is low. Then finally, we look at the money engine. Do I earn what I deserve? Most people feel that they don't earn what they deserve. What can you do to change that? Besides learning how to package and sell yourself, which is a very important skill, what options do you really have? Could you go for a promotion? Could you change jobs? Could you perhaps earn money in a different way by freelancing or contracting? Or could you perhaps create something? Could you create a course? Could you create physical products or digital products, or a coaching program, or all of them? By today, in the digital world, we are very fortunate. We can own the means of production. If you just, we can own the factory. If you just think about what I'm doing right here, right now, I'm recording a video on my computer, on my laptop. Once I've got the recording, I can upload it to YouTube. I'll load it to my membership site. I can create a podcast of it. I can get it transcribed and write it into a PDF later, and I can even publish it as a book. There are all sorts of options today, because we now own the keys to the kingdom. In the digital world, we own the means of production. So that's how you would actually use your score from your Hedgehog Index. You will rate those 3 things: your passion, your expertise, and your money. And in each one of them, you can put a plan of where you want to be, and then start figuring out how to get there. Because that was a quick overview of how to use it. But let me give us some action steps for you to actually take away so that you can actually go and try some of the things that I've spoken about today. First and foremost, I would like you to document your Hedgehog Index. And remember, I want you to document your current Hedgehog Index and your future Hedgehog Index. And it goes something like this: 887, 865. You'll get 3 digits and you can read them out as a number, and that'll be your Hedgehog Index. Once you know where you are, you can then work out which of these 3 you want to improve, perhaps tackle them one at a time, and then put together your plan, and then you'll have a standard by which to measure yourself. And if you don't do that, you may be stuck where you are right now. This is very simple, but it's very easy to use, but it is very, very effective. So, okay, once you've got your Hedgehog Index or your PEM score, you must then decide how much time, effort, and money you want to put into not only developing your actual your expertise or developing yourself, but also how much effort, time, and money you want to put into promoting yourself. And once you've made those decisions, what effort and money you want to put into it, and time, you can perhaps look for getting a system to manage yourself and to implement your Hedgehog, and also a system to deliver results in your current job. And then finally, you need to do the work, because all of this is meaningless if we don't do the work. That's it. That is the overview of the Hedgehog Index. I hope the Hedgehog Index will give you something to think about. This is the first time I'm presenting this Hedgehog Index. I will obviously reevaluate what I've said, look at your feedback as well that I'm getting, and then decide, is there a better way to present this, a better way to manage this. Okay, but thank you for being here. I look forward to chatting to you next time. So look out for Hedgehog Secrets. It will give you everything you need to do the work you love and earn what you deserve. Until next time, go well.